What's up, class? Evans here. I'm going to assemble my puzzle cubes. I have two different designs and two different methods to go through with doing it. The first thing I want to go over with you is to make sure that you have the navigation understood correctly. So let me open up one of my parts and just kind of go over it with you. If things aren't matching, you can always just type in Onshape navigation. And the types of navigation that you use are like the zoom, pan, and rotate. So if you've got a mouse, you can zoom in by using the scroll wheel, just like that. To do the other types of movements, to rotate, is to click with the right. That's this side, not the main finger, left click. It's a right click. Click and drag, and that allows you to rotate. And control, click and drag allows you to pan. If you are using a keyboard to zoom in and out, it's Z or Shift Z. To rotate, it's the arrow keys. If you do Shift and arrow keys, it rotates even slowly. So that's normal rotation, shift rotation. If you want to pan, you hit Control Shift, and then you can kind of slide it back and forth, which is called pan. And as far as I understand, if you're using the tablet, two fingers going in and out like this is zoom, one finger is rotation, and if you take two fingers and put it down, it allows you to pan. That's what I've understood. You're not clicking on the object, you're like clicking in the white space around it to rotate or to shift. Now, if you get kind of turned around and you don't like that, you can always click here and go to like trimetric, or click on the corners of the square to get to a position that looks like you want it to look. So understanding the navigation tools is really just step one, knowing how to move around, because you're going to need to know how to move around to kind of connect things together. Now, to assemble everything together, if you notice at the bottom, there's a button that says assembly. Now, if you made all your parts separately, like I did originally, you have to come over here to insert. Notice how there's only one thing here. Then go to other documents and go to your created by me documents, and you have to bring in each part. So like I click on here. Now, I've already preloaded this beforehand, so it doesn't have it, but there's a button here. It says that you need to create a second version. So you click on that create a second version button, and then it opens up a whole new window. You click OK on that. It creates another version, and then it allows you to drop in a part like that. So I'm going to click and place this. That's my blue part. And then I have a green part. See how it says create a version? So you have to actually create a version, a secondary version. I don't know why it works that way, but that's the way it functions. So I got green, blue, purple, and I'm clicking to place it. And then I'm going to click on red. You go through the steps to create the second version, and then pick your part, click to place it, and then I've got my 5 parts there. And I hit the green check mark, so it okays it. So now notice I still have the part sitting over here, and I've got the assembly sitting over here. So you're putting it inside of one of them. Now, if you already have them all together as one, so I have one over here I call testing. So I have a different puzzle cube design here. I've got my 5 parts. I made them all inside of one part file. So when I come over to assembly, there's nothing here. I go to insert, and notice it has all 5 of my parts there. So I got part 1, and I click and place it. Zoom out a little bit. Part 2, click and place it. Part 3. Now what that does mean is if you have, multiple, like let's say you're doing something and it's a vehicle and it's got, you just make one wheel, but the vehicle needs 4. So when you go to assembly, then you can click 4 times. So that's why it has you click and place each one, because it doesn't know if you need multiple of one of them. You know, like maybe you need 20 screws or something like that. Um, or in this case, you know, 4 wheels. But since these are all individual, then it's not that way. Now let me show you how we're going to put everything together. Now this next step is the same for either one. So let me go through and build it. Let's put the moving is kind of weird. So I've got the U-shaped one. Let me move it out of the way. I'll have it on the side here. The U-shaped one has this blue part going through the middle of it. So I'm struggling with trying to attach it correctly. I've actually had to restart my video, but the the pieces that we need, actually, let me see if we can rotate you ahead of time. I want this to be rotated this way, and this one to be rotated that way, there. Because it's not quite right, but it's oriented where this block right here fits in right there. So let me try to line these things up. So I'm going to do a mate. I want this surface right here to be mated with this bottom surface here. Try to get back into a main view here. All right, so you can look at that and say, okay, what did he do? Nothing is happening. I look at it from this view, and it's because I turned them, it's a little bit hard to see. Oh, because I have two. I think I have the wrong thing clicked. Okay. It is a little bit hard to get this stuff. Okay, we want that surface, this surface. There we go. I think I clicked on it in the wrong spot. So it takes a little bit of figuring out. Now let me pull this out here. So notice how they now kind of move up and down together. So let me get this surface with this surface. So now you can see they are even more connected. So let me try to get these inside surfaces. One here. Oops, I think I accidentally double clicked on something. So I want this one here. With this one right here. There we go. So now they're actually connected together. See, now they move together. All right, so now let me put on the other pieces. So I've got this J-shaped one here, this top area would connect directly to this. Yeah, you got to make sure that you don't accidentally click the wrong sides. That's what was going wrong with me. So that should be connected there, and then I want, that should give me in the Z direction. Now in the X direction, I want to connect this face. No, didn't get it right. This face with this face, this inside face there. I don't know why it moves them around like that, but it is honestly annoying. All right, so I want to move that out so it can still move in and out. From here, you can see it a little bit better. It still can move in and out. So let me fix that by putting a planar connection here to here. And then okay. So it moves them all really funny. Said this one is wrong. Let me delete that one and try to redo that. There we go. Okay, so you got to kind of pay attention to if there's any errors coming up here. I have the purple piece sitting around the bottom with, let me click and move this yellow piece out of the way. The purple piece stands up straight, and this face here is right up against this blue face here. I'm going to tell it I needed to flip it. So this tool right here is pretty handy. Did I do that right? Oh, I think it's upside down. So I need it to understand that this block here is connected to this block here. Flip it so it understands. All right, almost done. And then this shape here needs to be lifted up. And contacted with that square there. All right, almost done. Look at that. It's a little bit complicated, so it's not easy to put these things together. You want to make sure that you get on those surfaces and don't just click the edges. So I'm going to make that inside edge. Oh, I don't think I got it. There we go. There. So the inside here touches that piece with this purple piece. And now it almost looks like we're done, but it's could still be pulled out a little bit. So let me now put the base, this base to that base. And now my piece is done. So there's my puzzle piece. It took us 12 steps and a few that I had to start over because it wouldn't work. All right, so let me just jump in here as I'm editing my video to talk to you. Putting together the assemblies can be a little bit complicated, and that's okay. You might have to go back and forth a little bit. And if you're struggling with this for 45 minutes to an hour, then in Zoom, ask me to help you. You can share a link with me, and I can try to help you put things together. Because all of our puzzle pieces are different, it could be a challenge to help each other. But the more you expose yourself with how mating those surfaces together works and the tools within there, the better you are at learning the program, and it'll start getting faster and faster and faster. So if you have any struggles, ask me in Zoom so that I can help you, or try to join my Zoom link after 4:15 any day. Just click it and it will tell me, after ninth period is done, it will tell me, someone's coming in to get help for tutoring. So don't be shy. Look for ways that I can help you. I could join a Zoom at another time. If you send me a remind, maybe we can do a quick Zoom and you could, share the link and I can talk to you over Zoom and kind of show you how to approach it. I don't want you to get stuck on this thing for a long time and wanting to throw your computer or tablet because nothing works and nothing makes sense. So don't do that to yourself. If it's taken over 45 minutes to an hour and you feel like you're getting nowhere, then seek help from me or from other students. But I'm here to help you. So don't throw that away. Let me help you. So do the best you can to put your cube together. Look for help if you're really struggling, and I'll help you.